Boom, boom. Welcome back to Daybreak. And
When you're fighting with youth.
yeah, me, I'm fighting the shortcut society. You already know what it is. Hatuwezi taka kupigana. Sisi hapana wazee. Anyway, I want to text some of your comments here on the hashtag Daybreak. And I think Bernard Makum even has to do our final comments. Just really says what kind of puts it. Summarizes. Thank you.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
Puts it on rare.
Says it shortly.
If you come in a true Kenyan, you're talking pictures.
Yes. Anai. Bernard Mukambi says, I agree that this working smart statement is somehow misleading. It encourages shortcuts. He says, in Tanzania, they say akili kichwani. In other words, you see an opportunity, you grab it, mara hiyo. So he's saying we should
go to Tanzania.
Not go to Tanzania, but borrow something from them apart from their music.
No, you're telling Kenyans to borrow from Tanzania because of business.
Akili kichwani. If you see something, work with what you have. Work with the opportunity that you have. Watch maneno ya shortcut.
Society defines itself from what's in power or what's in control of things in society. Yeah? If you see the way we celebrate crooks. A thug. Could a thug 5-star? Forget it. The way you rank hotels is the same way you have to rank thugs. Yeah? A 7-star thug. Everyone just nods down and believes. Yeah? Walks into a public place, a restaurant or a hotel.
Sorry.
There's a high sign of respect. There was a time he walked in and said, I'm a doctor, I'm a pilot, I'm an engineer, I'm a banker. The level of respect was that he's gone through a process of education, he's gone through a process of work to be able to be elevated to the position he holds in that office.
Sort of a refined.
Now these days, if you have your office is your mobile phone, the quality of the mobile phone is good enough to judge that, akona ka office. Yeah. So whether it's grade 8 or level 7, I don't want to name the phone.
Yeah, man.
Then that's the office. In other words, if the guy is operating with no office, operating from his car, but as long as he's bringing the cash, then we respect it. As long as that's the case, where we're valuing these people and measuring people by these people, then we can't say, let's go back to respecting the process. Until we start insulting these people, looking down on these people, and going back to respecting the professions, then we'll cultivate that back, which is extremely hard. So if we cannot promote the positives, sometimes the only way is for society to punish the negatives. So it's actually now beginning to treat these other people negatively or actually punish them, humiliate them, or whatever it takes to bring it down. It's a process probably the rest of us will learn.
But what about, because some of these things are very, for lack of a better word, personal.
You got what I'm saying? I'm saying if you see a guy in the mobile office, let's see him in jail for 7 years.
Yeah.
Let's see him going through a little bit of problems. Let's see the girl who took a shortcut going through a little bit of problems. And I'm saying it's the other way around also. I'm not saying that it's women who are, whatever sometimes the women who actually finance the guys also sometimes. Let's also see the corrupt older woman also being punished for it. Then we'll learn. We'll all learn. Both us as the people who are committing those crimes and the ones who are living around them.
But now what happens when, because punishment means there's that the legal, maybe somebody stole money, etc., right? Or what happens when it's now...
There's also societal punishment.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I was saying. When it becomes a decision, I've made a decision to be with an older woman. I've made a decision as a 18-year-old to be with a...
You think there should be a law against it?
Not really, but in the absence of a law, what can society do? In terms of your societal punishment, is it that now, because you can't sasa kama ni beshta yako, unajua beshta yako hata kama make decision mbaya, utamwambia ini decision mbaya, I don't agree with it, but we bado ni beshta yangu.
I think the sad part is I don't want to say it, because I've also committed crimes which are horrible. Yeah. I'm responsible for doing a lot of negative things. So it's very hard for me to start pointing fingers at people. But it's when we get punished, and when we get mistreated, and when tunaonesha watch your madharau, we show fatherau or grandfatherau, to the people who behave in a certain way, and they're dismissed. Then people start realizing, I really don't get respected or loved for doing X, Y, Z. One, laying down of the law where, because someone is demanding a shortcut or saying, I need this, I want this, I want this, then the men or whoever is in charge of the relationship or the women in charge of the relationship say, no, you're not getting it. Let them go. Because believe me, at the end of the day, the reward will be yours. When you dismiss that, because you're dismissing rubbish out of your entire system. You better get rid of that rubbish early than much later. Many of us who have made those mistakes, you realize later on. It's better. Let that person believe that they deserve a shortcut or whatever it is, but you are not part of that story. So one thing is, to accept and to dismiss that part of life. Once we all start changing and start saying, you know what, let's say no. It's like Me Too. Women woke up one day and said no to men mistreating them in offices. Right? All of a sudden, these stories are coming out for 20, 30 years ago because women stood up at one point and said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Yeah. So for us also, guys, let's stand up and say, enough is enough. Let's not accommodate the shortcuts. Stop accommodating those who are doing it. When you start treating it like that, then they start demanding it. You only ask for what you're allowed to ask for, eh? Sindio? Apart from tax unapewa tu.
Tax unapewa kwa sababu
hiyo unapewa tu.
Ni signature. Signature ndio inakuja hapo kwa hiyo design. Right. Of course, the other thing that I want to see even as we wind up, I see a lot of guys kina Mwasa hapa wanasema they're watching from Nyandarua na wacheki pale hivyo, asanteni sana for watching. The other thing I'd like to say even as we give our final comments is that so many things, you know, zimekuwa ziki happen. And the thing is that there's always this is what I call the cycle of shortcuts. Somebody starts, anapata shortcut, anapata pesa, they are glorified. Then all of a sudden they change.
It's always quick.
Yeah. Then they change and now they open mabiasharas. Then now they become
legit.
Now all of a sudden we are legitimizing it.
No. It's still not legitimized.
It's not legitimized.
It's not legitimized.
Right.
I mean, that's why I'm saying we're missing out on a lot. It's only us guys who realize the people us guys who are living in that shortcut life and thinking it's exciting are also missing out. Let me give you an example. People who stay in different lives, both go to church. Some of them, if they like bars, go to bars. They both get entertained. So the guys who go to church get what they want, the church which is downtown, and a church which is uptown, they also do. They both get to experience God as they know it. The guy in the bar and the downtown and the guy in the bar uptown, both experience the music and the lifestyle and the friendships as they know it. The only reason is when you begin to see the other side is when you begin to see you're missing out on something. What I'm basically saying is
compare.
Yes, compare. We are okay. When you realize that working hard could be just as exciting. I'm going to be laughed at like a cartoon for saying this. The process could be just as interesting. Life can be just as interesting by going through the process as jumping it. The process can be the interesting part of life. Right? The moment we realize that, and it's a realization and acceptance, and then saying, you know what, this is going to be the rule. We do our Me Too. Enough is enough. We do the same thing the women did and said, that is it, we're going to enjoy it from here. So, our old men used to enjoy the process and the stories that came with the process. You get? And therefore, for them, that's what's missing out when you're saying a guy has now taken a shortcut, reached there, now he's beginning to establish legitimate businesses now. But he has got no story. He's got no life experience. There's no excitement. There's no color. There's no taste in his life. I know there are certain communities that are used to eating tasteless food. Yeah, so those ones will forgive.
No sugar.
Yeah, those ones will dismiss. But there's also flavor in going through the process, guys. Enjoying the process of building your business. So telling me that he'll reach there, he'll jump, take a shortcut, and then he'll make everything legit, then now everything will be happy. No. There's an enjoyment in that building process that you missed out on, and you won't know it because you didn't go through it, so you don't know it. Yeah? Let's begin to appreciate that where we are is not bad, apart from taxes. But where we are is not bad. Right? And the process we go through in life is not bad. We just really lack self-appreciation. All this you're seeing is the result of people trying to jump over, trying to do things by shortcuts, trying to dress in a lives, dress in a way that they have not reached or acquired, trying to eat food that looks like it's on a catwalk. It's not supposed to even be eaten. You feel ashamed eating that food. It's too beautiful to eat, right? Because you want to be seen to eat that food, not because of the taste of the food.
Because you want to be seen or associated with the
guys, we are okay where we are. As they say, the food in the banda tastes even better than the food in the restaurant. You're okay where you are. The process is just as exciting. You've got to reach that realization.
That you are where you are.
Yeah, our mistake is we are never satisfied with where we are. We don't realize we're in a good place. Once we get over that sickness of thinking we need to be somewhere else, then we'll begin to grow in the proper manner.
All right, so we'd like to say asante sana for Roy Karisi.
Like, apart from you, you have got a lot of challenges. That's different. Wewe umejana mapoto kwa maisha yako.
Mimi niko tu sawa. All right. All right, thank you so much, Roy, for coming through as well as always on Man Cave. I guess what I'd like to say is that, you know, kila mtu akona maisha yake, lakini it is important for you, like Roy said, to trust the process, to move in a way that when you look back, you'll be proud of it. When you look back, you won't be looking over your shoulder when you go to sleep at night, because that's when the truth comes out. Those last 15 minutes before you sleep, the real you have real conversation with yourself. If you can go to bed and be happy about your life and how you got
happy
where
with who you are.
Yeah, where you are and who you are, and remember whose you are, ambayo ni Mungu, utakuwa tu sawa. Ama namna gani? Asante sana. I want to toss it over to Mr. Fred Indemule.
Whose life is full
He's
of challenges.
on the other side. I want to toss it over to Fred Indemule to walk us through some traffic, see what's going on. Freddie?